Welcome to the show that keeps you up to date with the real estate industry. It's the Property First Show, your go-to show for real estate matters, brought to you from the stables of Bapsomo Communications. My name is Layoli or Yatogun. Last week, we started the conversation on the importance of soil test with engineer OREOLUWA FADAYOMI, the immediate past president of the Nigerian Institution of Structural Engineers. Today, we bring to you the concluding part of that interview. But before that, a big thank you to all our social media followers. If you're not yet a member of our social media community, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google Plus at Property First Show. Do you want to advertise your real estate related business on our show? Or do you have a real estate industry event you'd like us to cover? The numbers to call are 09020232719 or 08186533938. You can also send an email to propertyfirst@bapsomocommunications.com. Have you missed any of our previous interesting episodes? Not to worry, just search for Property First on YouTube, subscribe, like, and comment. It's time for a property showcase segment where we bring to you properties that are ideal investments for prospective homeowners and investors. Stay tuned. This week, we have two lovely properties built with extra consideration for luxury and comfort for the prospective owner. Both properties are located in the Lekki-Aja axis of Lagos. The first of our property offerings today is a 5-bedroom detached house located at Mayfair Gardens Estate in Lekki-Aja, Lagos. Salient features of this piece of property includes 2 large ground floor living rooms with visitors' toilet, a fully fitted kitchen with gas cooker, heat extractor, microwave oven and washing machine, a guest bedroom ensuite, home office complete with cabinetry. The upper floor has 4 bedrooms with a master bedroom complete with jacuzzi, bathtub, water heater, bidet. All rooms are fully furnished with imported furniture and beds and split unit air conditioning systems. All doors, cabinetry and wardrobe are designed and installed by Woodco LLC, Dubai. The upper floor has a seating area, balcony. Within the premises is also boys' quarter, gatehouse, generator area with a 20 kVA generator installed. Large compound with ample parking space, well-manicured floral plants and grasses. Adequate security is provided and complemented with a motorized entrance gate with remote controls. The house is fully furnished and can be sold with or without the furnishing. Asking price for this property is 95 million naira and is open to negotiation and part payment based on agreement. The second property we have for you today is a lovely piece of real estate located in Bena Vista Estates, one of the many luxury estates around the Lekki-Aja axis. The estate is accessed from the second toll gate on the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway along Orchard Road, Lekki, Lagos. This property is one out of 3 units of newly built luxury 4-bedroom terraced duplexes with boys' quarters with all rooms en suite. Salient features of this property includes a spacious living room with a flat-screen TV already installed, a guest room with fitted wardrobe and bathroom on the ground floor.
One of the room, it has its own wardrobe, fitted wardrobe, yeah. And this is the toilet and the bathroom joined together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get this. A fully fitted kitchen with washing machine, gas cooker with a heat extractor.
The furnished kitchen. It has washing machine, gas cooker, everything a lady will want in the kitchen is available in here.
And then everything a man can also use in the kitchen.
Yes, yes.
A store or pantry. Okay, and then you also have a pantry.
Yeah, this is the storeroom for the kitchen.
Alright.
Yeah.
Also installed on the kitchen is a flat screen TV and a split unit AC. A tiled staircase with stainless steel hand railings takes you upstairs, where we have the large master's bedroom.
The master bedroom so big.
Ooh, the view from the master's bedroom window and balcony enables you see as far as the estate's main gate. You know, the view in any apartment just totally gets me.
Exactly, it's very nice. You could access someone from the gate, right coming from the gate.
Vantage point.
Exactly. It's a very spacious room.
The room has a built-in wardrobe.
This is the wardrobe. So big. Everything about the master's bedroom is big and spectacular.
Mini closet.
Yeah, so unique.
The bathroom is fitted with a jacuzzi and a glass cubicle shower.
This is an imported jacuzzi.
Okay.
Yeah, so everything is imported right in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is also provision for CCTV facilities which can be monitored from the master's bedroom.
And also it has a CCTV.
Okay, it has CCTV cameras all around.
Yes, around. The decoder, everything is easy.
Decoder, a CCTV camera.
Yes.
You have a TV downstairs.
Yeah.
You have a TV in the kitchen.
Yes.
Adjacent to the bedroom is the family lounge that can be used for various purposes.
A mini living room.
Go downstairs,
Yeah.
you're tired, you're exhausted, stay upstairs and have a great time.
Yes.
With an already decorated balcony. Just as I said earlier, vantage point, you can see the gate from
From here, yeah.
and then you can see all the other buildings from here.
Exactly.
Nice and different. I like it.
Okay.
I like it. The other bedrooms are also ensuite with tile floors and walls.
The same room, same material. Yeah, toilet and bathroom, fitted design and material. It's a very lovely apartment. It comes with its own toilet and bathroom too. Same thing we have downstairs, and also the wardrobe.
Modern light fittings and switches.
Kind of design is the real design because on the lighting system. It's a very well designed, imported material.
Water supply to this property is adequately provided.
Potential buyers will want these questions answered. What about the power supply, the security and water supply? These are important questions that we want to know answers to.
Okay. Concerning the borehole, there is an installed borehole already, so there's water already installed, so they have no issue of water.
In addition to the CCTV facilities, the estate is well secured with residents given clearance before visitors are allowed in.
Concerning the security, before accessing this estate, the resident need to grant you permits before entering this estate. So the security here is intact and genuine.
Power supply is constant, but residents can make provision for alternative power sources.
The power supply here is constant.
Is there an alternative power supply like a generator or solar system?
For that, the occupier or the tenant will have to come with his own gen.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So the most important question and the very big question, how much is this apartment going for?
It's just 47 million naira. And that is the net price for it. No, not negotiable. That's the net for it. We had other ones being sold for 49 and 50, but because this one is in the front side, and the remaining units in here, it's actually 3 units. So 2 units have been sold already. The 1 unit remain here. So the 1 unit is being sold for just 47 million naira net.
Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
There's ample parking space. This property is well documented with the land having the governor's consent.
Dan, documentation is very important and potential buyers will be really interested in knowing if this property has been properly documented?
Yeah, so the land comes with a governor consent.
This property is going for 47 million naira net. We're going to break right now. When we return, we'll bring you Real Estate Digest. Stay tuned. Real Estate Digest brought to you by Nightstone Properties. The Lagos State government announces a major reduction in the land use charge rates and waives the penalty for late payment across board. Following extensive deliberations with stakeholders on the new rates payable by property owners under the Lagos State Land Use Charge Law, the Nigerian Institute of Architects has been advised to develop training and mentoring programs for females wishing to become architects. Town planners have called on government at all levels to update their planning and urban development laws. Nightstone Properties, a fast-growing indigenous real estate and property development company, advances affordable housing options with 20 duplexes for Adex Petroleum staff. United Nations Development Program completes and hands over 608 houses built for Borno community to the state government. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has vowed to remove equity payments in its completed estates across the country in its determination to guarantee affordable housing to Nigerian workers. Global house prices increased by 4.6% in 2017, according to the latest global index. That's all we have for you on this segment. Join us next week for updates in the real estate industry. Real Estate Digest was brought to you by Nightstone Properties. Nightstone Properties is currently recruiting 50 independent or freelance real estate marketers who are goal-driven and results-oriented. You can earn up to 10% of your gross sales. Other perks such as all expense-paid trips to Dubai, London, and South Africa. Brand new cars and phones will be available to top performers. Job type, contract. Responsibilities: market real estate products in a professional and responsible manner. Requirements and skills: must be goal-driven, excellent communicator, and honest. Minimum experience 1 year. To apply, forward your CV and application letter to kenny@nightstoneproperties.com or call 081-4727-7774 for further details. Here's the concluding part of our interview with Engineer OREOLUWA FADAYOMI, the CEO of Landmark Integrated Technologies Limited, where he took time to enlighten us about the importance of soil tests before construction. Enjoy it. What are the results of soil investigations used for?
It is from the soil investigation that you can determine what you call the bearing capacity of the soil. And bearing capacity is like you have a human being and you want to load that person and you put a heavy load on him. Can he withstand, can he stand erect with that load? If you do it with a very hefty man and you do it with a small young person, even before you put the load on him, he's already going down. So that is the capability of such a person. But in soil, we call it bearing capacity. A load on which when you put when you load the soil, it will not yield. It will not show signs of settlement or compression that will affect your structure at the end of the day. That is one of such results that you get from it. When you do soil tests, in some cases, you analyze the chemical composition of the material of the. For instance, you may even have groundwater within a certain depth of that soil that you are testing. Is that groundwater acidic? Where is that water coming from? Is it from a factory seepage next door that contains chemicals that at the end of the day, when you put your foundation, which invariably is made of concrete and steel in such, it will undermine that by weathering off the concrete, exposing the iron reinforcement, and so on and so forth. Typical example is along the bar beach those days, when they wanted to prevent people from going into the sea area. You will see concrete baffles, but over time you will see that the thing has split and it becomes rusty in one form or the other. Therefore, if you put your concrete in such poor soil that contains chemicals, then your concrete foundation will not last. It will disintegrate and you will have issues. You also determine the type of material. For instance, the behavior of clay is different from the behavior of normal sand. When I say sand, I'm talking about the bar beach sand, the clay around the clay industry area, apart from normal earth. In some, if you put clay and you wet clay, it will shrink, it will expand. It will, depending on the season. Therefore, where you have clay soil, depending on the season of the year, your clay can shrink and it can expand. And of course, when that happens, whatever you put on it will behave in a similar manner. And so you want to say, if I have that kind of clay, do I want to put my structure on it, or do I want to go below it? Therefore, your soil investigation will stratify the soil for you, where you have what we call topsoil, which is vegetation, dark something. If you are doing a well, you see that first layer, 150 mm, not more than 300 in some cases. Then you see what looks like lateritic, something, sometimes silty. That's the pinkish colored soil, and so on. And so then you see if it has clay, you see your clay. Each one of them has different thicknesses. So as you go down, you can know the thicknesses of those strata as there are, and that will guide you and assist you in determining the founding level. If you want to avoid your clay, which you have found and seen that is at about 2 meters, then you know you have to go below that. And below that 2 meters, what type of soil is there? And what is the bearing capacity of that soil? And if I put my load on that soil, what settlement am I going to get? Settlement, of course, has to do with the building coming down. Then you are going to, if the building comes down this way by, say, 25 mm, and over there by 10 mm, then you are having what we call differential settlement, which will have an overall effect on your structure at the top, and you start having cracks.
Most of the buildings you see tilting in Lagos, is it because they didn't do their soil investigation properly?
It could be that. It could also be that whoever designed them ignored, like I was saying initially, some of them just see it as part of that paper that they need to just fulfill all righteousness. So it's okay, we've done it, and they now call someone that does not know about soil to do the investigation for them, and whatever it is they write there, they just pass it on. Or the designer may not even be qualified to do the design, may not actually know the significance of a soil test. So he just remembers that, oh, when we did the house for Dr. John somewhere there, this is the type of foundation we used. So he just puts it there. By the time you get down to the nitty-gritty of it, you find that some part of it is hard, some is soft, and all the loads are so imbalanced, because imbalance in load of the structure itself is one other thing. You have a 4-story building that becomes a 2-story building at the other end. The loads are not balanced. You understand? And if they are sitting on the same type of soil that cannot bear the load, depending on the settlement thing that is calculated, you see one part going down more than the other, and it will invariably lead to that slanting thing. Of course, it could be as a result of poor soil itself. I'm talking of design in the first instance. It could be design. It could also be as a result of poor soil. And design can also depend on the type of foundation, because there are foundations you can provide that will ensure that the load is evenly distributed on the soil, and that thing will not happen.
So, sir, are you saying that filling in land before building on it is not proper? Because look at a place like Eco Atlantic, where the whole land has been filled up.
Eco Atlantic, there is nothing wrong with what they are doing. They confined an area, they put sand in it to a depth that has good bearing. Do you understand? And they building. See, in engineering is very interesting. You can, if you are able to feel even the sea to a shape that falls within the slope that the soil and water can take, nothing will happen. It's like doing a cone and leveling the top. And on the top of that cone, which you have cut, it's no longer a cone, it becomes a plateau now. On the top of it, you now put your structures. If you put your structures, the forces will go down and will disperse at certain angles, okay? And for as long as that angle does not go outside of your boundary that you have created, nothing will happen to your structure. Of course, that boundary has to be protected, especially if it's in water, because you have all the forces from the water and so on and so forth, and that has to be protected. If you take a bottle or a bucket of water, a bowl of water, and you put a pipe in it, and you put that pipe down, and you pour sand inside, as you are pouring the sand will be going down, self-leveling, and it will be filling your pipe until the pipe is filled to the brim. All the water in that pipe would have been ejected back into your bucket, all right? And whatever you put on top of that pipe will stand.
So who are those responsible for soil investigation, the relevant professionals?
We call them geotechnical engineers, and they have an association, a society, Nigerian Geotechnical Association or something like that. They are a part of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. They are engineers, civil engineers, who have specialized in soil engineering, and that is their specialty. Soil engineering for the purpose of building construction. They are different from geologists who specialize in study of soil for various other purposes. But you at times find geologists trying to veer into geotechnics, which, unless they go for special training adapted for that purpose, they would not be most suitable for doing that. But of course, there are geologists that are also good, that have learned the art of all the parameters that you need to look for. And it's not that they don't know how to do it, but it's just that they are not geared to, it's not the kind of trade they do on day-to-day basis, unlike the geotechnical engineers who knows all the things that you need to know about such. So they are geotechnical engineers. Okay.
So is there a regulatory body that, regulates the activities of practitioners in this field to ensure that the standards are kept?
As a member, as a practitioner of structural engineering, there are certain things I must not do. As a result, if I do them and my institution gets to know about it, then I'm in one form of trouble or the other. I will face disciplinary measures, and whatever they decide will be applicable to me. That is one level. Now, if we are not covered by statute, what do I mean by statute? If we cannot, by law, remove somebody's or seize someone's certificate, now we go to COREN. COREN has the overall body, is the overall body set up to monitor and regulate engineering in Nigeria. Don't forget, I say soil in fact, it's so-called soil engineering, geotechnical engineering. They are also regulated by COREN. So there is a body that if a soil engineer or somebody is caught doing what he is not supposed to be doing, he will face the disciplinary panel of his institution, first of all, and the main regulatory body. And there is also the NSC there, which is also the umbrella body of which each one of these groups is a division of. So there are all those levels of discipline that regulate, apart from the fact that it is self-regulatory by virtue of the institutions. Then if anything goes wrong, then there is always a place to go to.
The interview will not be complete without asking for a word of advice on a final note for prospective property developers.
Well, for property developers, you start with the land. In the course of searching, part of your search will now include a visit by structural engineer, a civil engineer, a geotechnical engineer. Any of those can advise you properly, in particular the geotechnical and the structural engineer. You at times find them combined. Combined, not that the structural engineer will now delve into the realm of the geotechnical engineer, but he has enough experience to be able to advise you on that land that you want to buy. Okay, once he's advised you and you are sure that it's a relatively good soil, then you can make your payment, get your proper title, and that will enable you to approach your sponsors, the banks. But of course, you don't approach them on a piece of land just like that. You now do your development. And the development now involves all the professionals, the built environment, the architect, the surveyor. Of course, the land would have been surveyed before you can even buy it. Okay, so the surveyor, the electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, civil structural engineer, and the building is done. And when that is done, you obtain proper approval from the physical planning authority. And once that is done, you are good to go. There's also the quantity surveyor, the estate valuer, all of these that form part of the built environment, who would advise you on the type of property to actually put there. Is it an office block? Is it residential? Is it an event center? Is it this? And how does it, depending on your brief and what you think you want to do with that property. And those are the steps that they should take. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Wow, Engineer OREOLUWA, Fadayomi, thank you so much. I've learned so much. In fact,
thank you.
If it was not for time, I would have stayed to learn much more.
Okay, thank you
so much for this very insightful interview. Really appreciate it. And we hope that you have us again when we come knocking.
Always here, God willing. Thank you very much.
All right,
nice meeting you. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
And you too.
That concludes our discussion on the need for us to ensure that soil tests are done before embarking on any form of building construction. We hope you've learned a thing or two. For advert placements and inquiries, call the number 090-2023-2719 or call the number 081-8653-3938. Let the conversation continue at Property Fair Show. Till we meet again next week with your weekly guide in the real estate market, remember, with Property Fair Show, you're covered. My name is Laili Oyatogun. Bye-bye.